You're watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio. And today is a good day because I have two cool guys who just did a movie. The movie comes out today, I believe. I have Adam and I have Jamison. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Woo!
We're excited as you are.
Thank you. I know I'm a little goofy here. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start with Jamison. Tell us who you are and where you come from.
Yeah, so I'm a film director and writer, and we're both from New Jersey, and we've been working together for a long time, and our company's called Film Valor.
And
okay.
I'm Adam Ambrosio. I'm a writer and a producer. And yeah, as Jameson said, we live in Jersey. We're independent filmmakers, just releasing our second horror film, How Dark They Pray.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I saw the film, and the film was great. I'm a horror movie buff, okay? So it was mysterious, and it's like 4 of them. So tell me about that. How did that happen?
Yeah, so we I'm sorry for any notifications we're getting along the way on my computer. It's new, but also people are very excited about the movie and texting us and stuff.
Gotcha.
Anyway. So yeah, we really our last movie, No Fear, did really quite well in the horror space, and people are excited about it. So Adam and I, in the pandemic, were talking a lot about anthology films and sort of trying to flesh out a couple concepts, or some things that might be interesting to do as full features.
Okay.
Adam came to the table with really the war story, long time ago, and then he had the concept for the Blood Beach, Lovecraftian one. So after that, we just really liked those stories, wanted to do something with them. And because we've transitioned into a long form format, we wanted to see if we can make them, put them together and do something bigger with them.
Nice. So Adam, how did you come up with the storyline?
I think for the war one, it was just a long time ago. I guess it was maybe just something I was thinking in bed, or it was I don't know. I guess I was just like, thinking a little grim or whatever. And I was like, what would be really kind of just draining and just like, really heavy. And I thought of the war one, and I figured that, it deals with a lot of with people's beliefs, and what you could take from that. And that was the point, was to get people thinking in not just, in one thought, but just to have different opinions about people's beliefs and how far they will go for their own convictions, and, what darkness, comes along with that. So that was pretty much the theme of the overall movie. But the war one was, that was its own flavor. And then we had the war, the alien one, which is its own flavor. And Nellie, which is the last one you see, is just another side of it. It's all about, how, far people will go for their beliefs, whether it be religion, society, or whatever it be. I think everybody could kind of take something from it. And that's, I think, why we did it.
Well, I tell you, it was a surprise. The ending is like, ooh. So that was kind of funny. So the first one. So the first one, I took away as these two happy-go-lucky guys. You're not expecting what actually happened. But I mean, how did that come up? I mean, it seemed like that's something that can happen to either one of us. We can just, hey, let's do this, and we got hits here. How did that concept just fall into your lap, or how did that work out?
Yeah, so in terms of Encounter Nightly, we're definitely big fans of found footage films, and there's a lot of real strong ones out there. I think we were thinking along the lines of, Project Blue Book was a big hit series, and people don't talk that much about, I guess aliens, they can become a joke, or they become a sidebar, or whatever else. So we sort of wanted to find a way to tell a story that was really easily accessible. It was also Adam's first time directing on that film, and he did a great job. with that concept.
Yes.
And I then switched to the producer role, whereas it was really the opposite on every single other one we've ever done. So that was great. He did a great job, and he was able to balance the found footage, aspect of it in a really great way. But yeah, those actors did a great job with that, and they made it really relatable. Jeff Ronan and Paul Pilata are really nice guys, and they were able to take those characters and make you sort of immediately like them and want to see where it's going.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
Exactly. So you guys, so the film hits the waves today, right?
Yes, that's right. It's on Prime Video today.
Nice, nice. Are you excited?
Yes, very much so. We had a week of press going on, so we've been running around and doing all this stuff. But yeah,
I was lucky to get you guys tonight. I'm like, wow, I get them on opening night. How cool is that? So that's another reason to be excited. So now, with everything's going on, you're gonna know what from reviews and things like that. Probably tonight, tomorrow, and probably the weekend, right after the weekend hits.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take you guys to put the film together?
It took us entirely about a year?
It took us about a year, and then each one was really shot basically in one day, and we took about a month and a half break in between each one.
So we would film one in, let's say, January, shoot it for one day, take the next month off to prep for the next short. And then we did that the next month, and we just kept on doing that, which was great because that scheduling for that type of production really worked for us because we were only a 3-person crew. It was Jamison, myself, and our sound lady Nicole Rakowski, who did a great job in all 4 of them. It was just a 3-person crew, so really it was just making sure we didn't overexert ourselves. Make sure that everything was cool, make it seem fun as much as we can, and it was. It actually was probably one of the most fun productions we had because we were able to go to a beach and we were like the only ones there. It almost felt like a vacation at some point.
Yeah.
And we were able to go to these cabins in this, in the woods, and it was really cool. And everybody got along. I mean, especially for Encounter Nightly directing. I was very nervous because I don't want all the eyes looking at me, but that kind of had to happen. But the thing is, they were all great, and Jameson was great producing, and they gave me the space, and I gave them the space to do what they wanted, and it was just a great production. So really spacing it out, month to month, was really a good plan. That we
gave us a lot of time, and I mean, there really was not a huge team. It was just us, so we were able to get the props together and get really accurate looking World War II outfits, and everything that we needed to do, we did ourselves. And we realized with a longer pre-production, we can do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, budget-wise, was it like a strain, or did you guys plan for it and had just enough, or how did that work out?
Well, I'll say something. Adam's a great producer. And I mean, as a director, I try not to lean on too much the production because I think things then tend to sort of just break whether you have a budget or not. The truth is you sort of never have enough money to do the crazy things that everybody wants to do. So instead of looking at it that way, which is sort of fruitless, we just look at the fact that, hey, this is what we do have, or this could be interesting if we really just kind of do it like this. And one thing we learned the last time was, H.P. Lovecraft put it best when he said basically the greatest fear is the fear of the unknown, and there's so much to be played with in terms of the audience's imagination. And a lot of what they're picturing is really a whole hell of a lot scarier than what you could ever put on screen. So you kind of play into that, it's the same way the serialized Twilight Zone by Rod Serling did, playing into those things. And that's kind of how budget worked, and he always does a great job. I don't know if you want to talk more about that, but
no, I mean, I think we've always been somewhat budget conscious, but not in the sense of most filmmakers. We're very content of saying, okay, we don't need all this money to do it. When it comes down to more money, you're opening a lot more doors to situations and problems.
Right.
And we really do this one as a career, and also as fun. We strongly believe in just having fun, and usually having small productions, small budgets. It doesn't allow all those worries to creep in on you of like, oh, it's going over time. We should have had X amount of dollars for the costumes and set preparation and all that stuff. We don't, just give us a camera, some sound, some actors, and we'll go and shoot it. That's what we like to do. We like to be self-sufficient as much as we can. So everything's done in-house, which helps the budget as well. James does the editing, and
Adam does the music.
Yeah, so we definitely save a lot on that.
Yeah, tremendous amount, and it's worked great for us. I mean, I shoot, but also he's a very skilled sound technician as well as being a producer. We write the scripts ourselves. We don't option them, which could be a nightmare. So it is really, they're all passion projects. That come from us being like, hey, it'd be cool, or like, oh, this could be cooler if, or oh, this would be funny. Let's do that.
Now, how did you two guys get together?
Should I tell the story? Oh, so Adam and I basically met through, let's say, a mutual contact, and he was really interested in doing music. And I said to him, I asked him if he wanted to do the music in my first short, which was really in 2012. So we've been working together since 2012, which is a long time. And we transitioned from music composer director to producer and director not that long ago, and we've been writing scripts together since. We really formulated the Film Valor YouTube channel, which is really where we do like everything, and they're fun things, but we've also taken that mentality into bigger projects. And we've worked really well together to the point where I could produce something he's directing, which is nuts. Most people wouldn't even try that because it's so strange and you're switching roles on each other. But we did that, and we both now we have a greater empathy for each other's position.
Definitely, yeah.
So it was good.
Okay, so do you guys, where do you see yourself in the near future? What are the new projects?
Oh, well, we're always writing things. I mean, we have a big thing that we do is usually every night, we'll go on, let's say the Xbox or something. We'll chat with friends. We have two close friends who give us inspiration sometimes. So we're always writing things. We're always talking about these weird, kooky stories of just making characters up. And sometimes it comes into something, sometimes it doesn't. But right now we have, what you want to go into?
Yeah, a shout out to Matt and Cody because they'll go ballistic if we say their names on something. So there you go. But yeah, we are working on some stuff for the YouTube channel as well as a collection of short films because we've made so many over the years, like well over 10, 15, 25, something like that. So that would be like a direct release on probably Amazon as well. But on the YouTube channel, we're working on something that's kind of more pop and fun for us, which is a Star Wars mash with battle royale style video games. And it's something really fun that people like a lot, and they get into a wider audience on YouTube. So we do that type of sort of viral, I guess you could say, stuff. And then we have the work like this as well. So, and then also we're developing other features right now, and just a lot of other things. Press on this movie is like a full-time job right now, which is a blessing. So, we're happy with that.
Right. Well, I'm proud of you guys. I mean, to see someone so young, that you guys have seem like you're very, very accomplished, and so that's a big thing to be proud of. Because people older that hasn't accomplished what you guys have accomplished. I mean, you kept the audience engaged. It was a fun movie. The other thing I wanted to ask was, did the COVID hinder you guys at all?
Yeah. With our last film, No Fear, it was COVID was just starting. I believe, on set, people were even talking about, oh, have you heard about this new virus coming over? And that's when it started with No Fear. But this one, as time went on, I think people got more of a grasp on it. I think it didn't hinder us that much because we've been so resilient to disasters and situations happening, and there's a lot of them. So I think it was just a sense of just trying to keep the ball rolling. And having a smaller budget definitely helped as well. But the cast and crew, they were great, in terms of COVID. The only thing we recommended was, hey, just get tested, and that's it. We didn't push anything with vaccines or anything like that. And everybody kept their distance. If you wanted to wear a mask, you were able to wear a mask. Most of the time we were outside too, so that helped as well.
Yeah, and we had 0 transmissions, nothing happened on our set, so we can say we were better than Mission Impossible. No, but we did. I don't know what a lot of actually Hollywood movies, but there wasn't that many. There wasn't that many people around, and so it was easy to keep it very safe. And luckily, we're also a blessing. I mean, really nothing happened, but I think we were very smart with that. And I don't know, maybe if it wasn't for COVID, maybe we wouldn't have, I mean, maybe this movie different. Wouldn't have happened Probably. Like right now, I guess, but we were still in that mind frame of, hey, this last one, No Fear, did well. And we were really sitting and thinking a lot. I mean, that one we virtually made in quarantine, like while we were editing it in quarantine. It was like the weirdest thing you could do. So yeah, I mean,
and plus we're all in house. I mean, his editing software, my music programs and all, it's all done in one house. And so really, we were able to just get the job done when it needed to be done.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't have to really outsource or go call people up to have the job done.
That would have made it impossible. Honestly, it would have. Because in the past, we've done like, going to someone's house to do, or someone's studio to go do a sound recording and this type of stuff. And it's a mess anyway. So that's kind of why we started working in-house years ago, since like 2017, let's say. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of a nice thing about us. And
we looked at it as a challenge as well. Yeah. When the odds are against you, or when, something's, pushing on your back, what can you do with it on your back? And, I'm very happy with how Dark They Pray.
Yeah.
So, whatever it be COVID or the lack of budget or the lack of crew or whatever it is, I'll take it because I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
Did a lot with what we had.
Yeah, and, definitely. And, we're also just very happy to hear anyone say they enjoyed it or it's fun. And, we don't mind when people say, oh, I like this one better than that one. Because, hey, we do that too with horror movies. Oh, I like this part, or I like that anthology movie better than this one, or whatever it is. So we're also just, we're at this point, I am too now, very big fans of horror. So we're just trying to make something that people would hopefully be a fan of, even if it's just casual. Or, again, to just laugh at it and have fun for a movie night. That's something.
Absolutely. Okay, so you guys, do you have, what type of support system do you have with your families?
Oh, that's a good question. Should I start this? I guess I'll start this. So, well, you might have seen that my father was involved in the writing of this, which never happens, but he said to me, and he's a very tremendously creative guy. And we've used him before as an actor because he's actually very good. But he did an amazing thing, which is he said, I have an idea for a story. So really the fourth story, Nellie, is very much based on his concept, the way he pitched it. And he said, I don't know how you put this together, but I'm thinking this, this, and this. And it was very, very funny and interesting and weird. And it was a lot like Psycho, but that was kind of the point. So I said to him, I'll try to do something with this. And then he was stunned, I think, when we actually made it into something, and it's probably very different even than he imagined, because it's sort of wacky and out of control. But yeah, so my dad's very supportive, and shout out to him. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't his love for, Groucho Marx, and Abbott and Costello, and Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis. All these great things I grew up on. But and he has a great support system as well.
Yeah, no, my dad is. He brought me up on movies. He was a manager and agent a long time ago in the industry, and I was always in love with movies, whether it be an old movie, a musical, or a horror movie. I just wanted to watch movies, and I was able to go on a lot of sets when I was younger. So I was kind of, around the cameras and all that stuff. So it was kind of almost natural in a sense. But my dad actually, in a sense, kind of inspired the war one a little bit because he's very knowledgeable about a lot of things, and his beliefs are, and just the way he looks at religion and other things is very admirable.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely helped with bringing the war story, the heroine, together, because he brought some aspects that I wouldn't have thought of, from
the Apostles' Creed.
The Apostles' Creed.
I
And
mean,
all
there
that
was so
stuff.
many things about
There was
it.
a lot of there was a lot of things that he brought to the table with that, and he's also done that in my life. He's been my biggest advocate. He's given me positive reinforcements no matter where I go, and he is my inspiration for everything. I mean,
and I have to give Adam's dad credit as well, because he was been like a mentor to me since the beginning. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten into film if it wasn't for Louis Ambrosio and then also Adam Ambrosio, and certainly continued to this effect. So I owe them all that as well. So it all stems from that. We call him like our Obi-Wan Kenobi, or our wizard, our Gandalf, because it's true, he is. And he's translated, I would think, is like an old-fashioned way of making films and doing stuff and just getting your hands dirty, to us, which we've then taken and we're now doing stuff that is relevant, I guess, to hopefully an audience right now as well. So, those things combine together really beautifully over the years now.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a well-working machine.
Yeah.
It's all oiled up. It's all running on 8 cylinders.
Yeah. Very thankful for that.
Very thankful.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes it's just doesn't work out like that. But this has been very blessed for a long time, and it's certainly hard. But it's worth it when you have people that enjoy it and love it.
Yeah.
Now, which brings me to my last question. What type of words of wisdom can you give to someone who's trying to do exactly what you just accomplished?
Yeah, well, I guess what I could say, because I come from a little bit of different school of literally film school thought, which is different. And what I would say is, I think in some ways, if you go through film school and stuff like that, I think it's a lot built into you have to do things a certain way. And I think in reality, there really is no right way. There's only the way that you discover along the way. And I would just encourage people or young filmmakers to not be afraid to just really get out there and make as many films as you can and fail and say that wasn't good or this could be better, and just keep trying, because I feel like that's the only thing that gets you closer to realizing what you really want to make.
Yeah, I would say, find your path of passion, and, and set it to whatever, degree you want to, north, whatever. Just follow that path and make the journey your own, and try not to, as Jameson said, there are rules, there are boundaries, but it's okay to step outside of them. You got to find your own journey, your own path, your own way of making it. And do as much as you can. If you could do it yourself and it, then do it.
That's right. Trust that.
Trust yourself, and don't always go with the herd. Go against it. Sometimes you'll find a better path than going with them. So
that's right. Yeah, it's great. So, guys, tell people how they can look at the movie.
How Dark They Pray is available right now on Amazon Prime Video. It's actually a very low rental because we wanted the barrier to entry to be low, but also because we're in a Halloween season. It's going to be extended onto other platforms as well, so it's kind of like a Prime special, so you can check it out. It is brand new. It's just hit there. It's also available on Watch Movies Now, which is an ad-based software. You can watch it right on YouTube, I guess I should say. It's a YouTube channel. So Watch Movies Now. It's right there. It's right on Prime. It's going to be on various platforms very soon.
Nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for being a new friend of mine.
Yeah, thank you. We're friends already.
Already. So you can contact us on social, Instagram. If you need anything, got any movies you need to promote,
I'm here for you.
Thank you so much.
And so you guys keep doing what you do. Stay safe.
You as
and
well.
keep getting those good horror movies out to me, baby.
Okay,
We
you got
will.
it. You will.
You got it.
Okay, until next time, guys. Have a good one.
Take care.
SKST Radio. Tag us. Bye-bye.